Hello everyone, this is Gracie here. In this video, we'll be discussing about contract costing. Chapter 4 from Costing Methods. Meaning of contract costing. Contract costing, also known as terminal costing, is variant of job costing. In this method of costing, each contract is a cost unit and an account is opened for each contract in the books of contractor to ascertain profit or loss. So usually a contract is a legally binding document between at least two parties that defines and governs the rights and duties of the parties to an agreement. A contract is legally enforceable because it meets the requirement and approval of law. So it is an agreement between two parties who enter into a particular task to accomplish that task. So here there are two parties are called as contractor and contractee. So here the meaning of contractor and contractee will be explained as contractor is a person who undertakes the work or task to be accomplished. Contractee is the person who gives the task to the contractor. So here in this chapter when we are talking about contract costing, there are involvement of three people here: owner, architect, contractor. So owner is called as a contractee who is giving the contract to the architect to finish the task. Then here the architect will be called as a contractor. So here there will be three person usually in contract. So that is owner, architect and contractor. Or there will be involvement of architect will also be called as contractor, so who undertakes the task to be accomplished, or a contractor can keep an architect to finish the task. So the architect can be a contractor, or contractor can appoint an architect to finish this task. So here the contractor is the owner who's giving the task to be accomplished, and contractor is a person who's taking the task to finish the task and receive fee for what he is worked over the contract. So here a contract account is prepared for each contract whatever is being accomplished to ascertain what is the profit and loss. So that is why we will be learning in this chapter how a contract will be treated and how an accounting procedure, costing procedure will be undergoing under this contract accounts. Next is features of contract costing. So features of contract costing, it is larger in size. Yes, when we were discussing about job costing is at smaller size. It is accomplished based on the requirement of the customer. This is also accomplished based on the requirement of the customer, but it is in larger size. It takes many years to complete. So the second feature is completion takes time. So this contract, any contract which you undergo will not finish within a period of time. It takes many years. For example, the construction of metro is a contract between two parties which took many period of time to accomplish it. Work is carried out at the site of the contract. Yes, here under contract costing or contract agreement, always the work is carried on at the site. So that is the place of work for accomplishing the task. Usually when it is a contract or it is an agreement, it is usually dealt with construction of a building, construction of any transportation sectors. So it is based on that. So always when a contract agreement is made, the work will always be held at the site. So each contract is treated a cost unit. Yes, each contract account is prepared to ascertain what is the cost per unit. So the value will be decided what is the cost per unit. Next, separate contract account is prepared for each contract to ascertain profit and loss. Yes, for every contract, a separate account is prepared to ascertain what is the profit and loss. All labor costs are direct expenses. So all the expenses which is incurred in contract account, all the labor expenses are called as direct expenses, because the main expenses what is incurred in contract account is labor. Only with the use of labor major of the contract work will be accomplished. So all the labor expenses are being treated as direct expenses. Most expenses like electricity, telephone, insurance are also direct. Payments by the customers are made at various stages of completion of the contract based on architect's certificate for the completed stage. An amount known as retention money is withheld by the contractee as per agreed terms. Yes, a contract will not accomplish within a period of time or specified period. It will take many years. So, as per the completion percentage, the payment will be given to the contractor. So, who certifies the completion task will be the architect. So when the contractor, that is the person who is taking the contract and running the contract, his work, when he is accomplishing each task based on the percentage, might be initially is completed 20%, so 20% of the money to be received will be received by the contractor from the contracting. So how is this 20% decided? That is, the architect will certify, telling that so much work has been certified. Based on that the contractor can receive money. So for the work which has not been done, so until and unless the work is fully completed, the owner or the contractor will have a retention money with him as per the agreed that is as per the agreement or terms which has been agreed upon by the contractee and the contractor. Penalties may be incurred by the contractor for failing to complete the work within the agreed period. Yes. So as per the agreement, how many years is mentioned to complete the contract? It should be completed within that period. So if it is not accomplished within that period, penalties will be charged by the contractee, that is the owner, to the contractor. Contract costing procedure. So here when we are counting contract costing, the procedures are: contract account will be prepared, we will classify direct cost and indirect cost, then we will be dealing with transfer of materials or plants, that is materials will be transferred from the site to the warehouse, from the warehouse to the site. How are we going to treat that? Then contract price, how are we going to decide the contract price and the calculation based on that? Then the last one is, how are we going to ascertain the profit or loss on the contract? So these are the procedures which we will be following while preparing contract cost sheets. Then work in progress. So work in progress will be divided as work certified and uncertified. When work certified, this is the part of the work in progress which has been approved by the architect or engineer. So your work will be classified as two: work certified and work uncertified. Work certified is the percentage of the task which has been, or the percentage of the contract which has been completed and which has been approved by the architect or certified by the architect. That that portion of work is known as work certified. When it comes to work uncertified, the part of the work in progress which is not approved by the architect is known as work not certified or uncertified. Both work certified and work uncertified appears on the credit side of the contract account and asset side of the balance sheet. So it appears on the credit side of the contract account and at the asset side of the balance sheet. So this is the treatment of work certified and work uncertified. Next is contract costing. Under that, the terms to be remembered is cash ratio. So cash ratio and retention ratio. So what is cash ratio is, it is usually practiced not to pay the full amount of work certified. The contractee may pay a fixed percentage, say 80% or 90% of the work certified, depending upon the terms of the contract. So this is known as cash ratio. So where, based on the agreement, that the contractee will not pay the full amount of the contract. He will only pay a certain percentage of it, that is 80 to 90%. So the remaining he will keep it, the remaining will be kept by him. So the cash which is being paid by him, that is the 80% or 90% of the work certified, is known as cash ratio. So it is the ratio of which the amount of the amount which is paid by the contractor to the contractor is known as cash ratio. So when it comes to retention ratio, the balance amount which is not paid is known as a retention ratio. So for example, if cash ratio is 75%, the retention money will be remaining 25%. So the money which is paid to the contractor is known as cash ratio. The money which is not paid where the task is not fully completed. So unless and until the task is fully completed, a percentage of money will be withheld by the contractee. So that is known as retention ratio. So for cash ratio, the percentage, the calculation or the formula to find out how much, what is the cash amount or cash received, or cash ratio formula is cash received divided by work certified. So when you find out the percentage for much cash is being paid, then the retention ratios or the percentage will be the balancing figure. So when the next point is extra work. Sometimes the contractor is required to do some extra work like addition or alteration in the work originally done as per agreement. So the contractor will charge extra money for such extra work. The cost of such extra work is debited to the contract account, and extra price realized is credited to the contract account. So this is known as extra work. For the work which is being done apart from the assigned task is known as extra work, for which charges are being applicable and is being accounted in the contract account. Next is notional profit. So notional profit is the difference between the value of work in progress certified and the cost of such work in progress certified. So as it is computed as value of work certified, we will add up cost of work not yet certified, then less cost of work to date, then we will get our notional profit. So you will understand clearly how notional profit is calculated when we are solving the problem. Next is our estimated profit. Estimated profit represents the excess of contract price over the estimated total cost of the contract. It is computed as follows. So contract price less total cost already incurred, then with that amount we will minus estimated additional cost to complete the contract, then you will be getting your estimated profit. So basically estimated profit represents the excess of the contract price over the estimated total cost of the contract. So what is the excess from apart from the contract price is known as, and the income what you earn out of it is known as estimated profit. So next is profit in on incomplete contract. So how are you going to calculate the profit on the incomplete contract? So there are two steps. First is computation of notional profit or estimated profit. Then after computing or after you know what is your notional profit, you will do the second step is computation of portion of such profit to be transferred to profit and loss account. So when you get your notional profit, so how will you get your notional profit is by preparing the contract account, that is taking into your expenses in the contract and incomes in the contract the balance. So if you have a debit balance then it is a profit. When you have a credit balance it will be called as a loss. So when you have a debit, when you get the difference in debit side it will be called as your profit. So when the difference is in the credit side it will be called as your loss. So now when you get profit, a certain percentage of it will be transferred to your profit and loss account and the remaining will be transferred to your reserves account for completing the process. It is so how will you ascertain how much to be transferred to profit and loss and reserves and surpluses? First we will find out what is the percentage of work completed. So based on the percentage of the work completed we will decide how much to be transferred to profit and loss and how much to be transferred to general reserves. So now when work in progress certified is less than 25% or one fourth, if it is less than 25% or one fourth of the contract price, no profit is transferred to profit and loss account. So what we are stating here is when the work certified or the work which is less than 25%, if the work in progress certified by the architect, if he states that the work is less than 25%, so I will teach you all when we're solving the problem how to decide or how to calculate the percentage of work certified. So when the percentage of work certified is 25% or one fourth, the contract price, no profit is transferred to profit and loss. Everything will be transferred to your general reserve, because the work is not actually was not completed fully, so you can't transfer the amount to profit and loss. So everything will be transferred to your general reserves to carry on the work. Next, when the contract is more than 25%, so when the contract is more than 25% or one fourth but less than 50% or half of the contract price, then one third of the profit is transferred to profit and loss account, and the balance amount is treated as reserve. So when you are completing, when the work is completed more than 25% but less than 50%, then a certain percentage of profit is transferred to your profit and loss, and the remaining balance amount will be transferred to your reserves. So what is the formula to find out how much profit is transferred to your profit and loss? So notional profit into one third into cash received divided by work certified. So you would have got your notional profit by calculating from your contract account. Notional profit into one third into cash ratio, formula is cash received divided by work certified. So one third of the profit will be transferred. Next is when work certified is 50% or more but less than 90% of the contract price, then the profit to be transferred to profit and loss is computed as follows. So when the work is more than 50% but less than 90%, then the contract price to be transferred to profit and loss is computed by using this formula. Transfer to profit and loss account, notional profit into two-third into 2 by 3 into cash received by work certified. So when it is more than 50 and but less than 90, two-third of the profit will be transferred to your profit and loss, and the remaining balance will be transferred to cash reserves. So you need to remember or know these percentages. Based on the percentage, the profit will be transferred. So next is estimated profit. When contract is near completion, then the estimated profit should be calculated on the whole contract. The proportion of estimated profit to be transferred to profit and loss account is computed by any one of the following formula. So when you have estimated profit in your problem, then estimated profits can be calculated by using these formula, that is estimated profit into work certified divided by contract price, estimated profit into work certified divided by contract price into cash received divided by work certified. C, estimated profit into cost of work to date divided by estimated total cost of the work. B, estimated profit into cost of work to date divided by estimated total cost of the work into cash received divided by work certified. So these are the formula I will be explaining when we are solving the problem, how these formulas will work out. So please don't get confused by looking into the formula. It is very simple when you're solving the problems. Next, under contract costing, the other points to be remembered or other definitions what you need to remember is loss on incomplete contract. So okay, if you're getting profit, fine, you will transfer to profit and loss and you will transfer to reserves. So when you're getting loss, how are you going to treat it is, in the event of the loss on incomplete contract or on incomplete contract, this should be transferred in full to profit and loss account, whatever be the stage of completion of the contract. So if you're getting loss, everything will be transferred to your profit and loss, indicating that there is loss incurred in the contract. What is escalation clause? Contracts generally take long time Contracts generally take long time to complete, and in this period there may be changes in prices. Escalation clause is often provided in contracts to cover any likely changes in the price or utilization of materials and labor. Thus, a contract is entitled to suitably enhance the contract price if the cost rises beyond the given percentage. The object of this clause is to safeguard the interest of the contractor against unfavorable changes in cost. the escalation clause is of a particular importance when where prices of material and labor are anticipated to increase, or where quantity of material or labor time cannot be accurately estimated. Just as an escalation clause safeguards the interest of the contractor by upward revision of the contract price, a de-escalation clause may be inserted to look after the interest of the contractee by providing two downward revisions of the contract price in the event of costs going down beyond an agreement level. So, escalation clause is where this is to safeguard the contractor from the changes in the price. So the future is uncertain, so you can't judge your prices, or you can't estimate the prices based on the future circumstances. It keeps on changing based on the budget planned. So the prices may increase, or due to uncertainties there will be slight changes in the contract price. So the expenses or the cost which is actually incurred for the contract will vary from the contract price, or it might increase from the contract price. So when it is like that, an agreement which is made from by the contractee and contractor states when the completion of the task is over, so much of money will be given to the contractor. But what if the expenses cross the contract price which has been decided in the agreement? Then escalation clauses helps out. So if there is any hike or any increase in the price against the contract price, then this escalation clause comes into action. There will be revision of the cost which is incurred for the contract, and based on that revision the contract price will be decided when there is any likely increase in the cost which is incurred in the contract. And the same way, when there is decrease in the when there is there is also de-escalation clause. So why when this de-escalation clause is justified is, just as an escalation clause safeguards the interest of the contractor by upward revision of the contract price, a de-escalation clause may be inserted to look after the interest of the contracting. So de-escalation clause is to if it is increase in the price, it is like contractee is paying more to the contractor. In the same way, this is to safeguard the interest of the contractor. In the same way, the interest of the contractees also should be safeguarded. Why is this price being increased? Is it reasonable, or is the cost really increased? So a de-escalation process will also be inserted to look after the interest of the contractee, providing to the downward revision of the contract price in the event of cost going down beyond an agreed level. So this escalation clause satisfies both the contractor and contractee to decide upon the right contract price when there is likely increase or decrease in the contract cost which has been incurred. Next, cost plus contracts. Cost plus contract is a contract in which the contract price is ascertained by adding a specified amount or percentage of profit to the cost allowed in the contract. So when a certain percentage of profit is being added to the along with the contract price, which the contract price is ascertained by adding a specified amount or percentage of profit to the cost. When a certain percentage of cost is of a certain percentage of profit is added in the cost, and where a contract price is ascertained, is known as cost plus contracts. So in the contract price itself, a percentage of profit is being charged. So this type of contract terms are agreed upon in those cases where it is not possible to compute the cost in advance with a reasonable degree of accuracy due to unstable conditions of the market prices and labor rates and etc. So the cost plus contract is being where they add a profit along with the cost. So when they add up cost plus profit to decide the contract prices, when the future uncertainties cannot be predicted, like changes in market price, changes in labor time working time, so it keeps on fluctuating based on the task which has been given. So when the estimation of the profit is not cannot be predicted, or the estimation of the cost is not predicted, then cost plus profit will cost plus profit will help out in deciding the contract price, where profit is being added along with the based on the cost which has been incurred. So cost plus contract offers the following advantage to the contractor. So what are the advantages to the contractor is there is no risk of loss on such contracts. It protects him from the risk of fluctuations in market price of material, labor, etc. It simplifies the work of preparing tenders and quotations. So to the contractee can ensure a fair price of the contract by being entitled to audit the accounts of the contractor. So what are the disadvantage of cost plus contracts are to the contractor, the contract is deprived of the advantage which would have accrued due to favorable market prices. The contractor has to suffer for his own efficiency. This is because profit is usually based on percentage of cost, and efficiency and efficient working resulting in lower cost also leads to lower profit. So here when it is cost plus profit, when the cost, usually the percentage of profit is decided based on the percentage of cost. So when it is when the cost is lower, but the task is more, and the cost which has been cost is lower, and the profit which is charged on such lower cost will leads to lower profit. So in that case it is an disadvantage to the contractor. So to the contractee has to pay more for the inefficiency of the contractor, as the contractor has no incentive to reduce cost. So the price of the contractee has to pay is unknown until after completion of the work. So sometimes the contractee has to pay more for the inefficiency of the contractor. Even though the task is not being satisfied by the contractee, he needs to pay more of the money to the contractor, as a contract has no incentive to reduce cost. In cost plus profit you can't reduce the cost, so because based on the exact cost, a percentage of profit is being charged, so you will not have a chance to reduce cost when the task which has been accomplished is inefficient, or which has not been satisfied by the contractee. Then the price of the contract has to pay is unknown. So the price of the contract or the cost plus profit, that is the contract price, is unknown to the contractor until and unless the contract is being completed. Now we'll be discussing the problems under contract costing. So the first problem is the following expenditure was incurred on a contract of rupees 12 lakh for the year ending 31st December 2015. Materials, wages, plant and overheads. Then they've given an adjustment. Cash received on account of a contract to 31st December 2015 was rupees 4 lakh 80,000, being 80% of the work certified. The value of materials in hand was rupees 20,000. The plant had undergone 20% depreciation. Prepare contract account. So here they have given us, first thing is the contract price, that is 12 lakh. Then they have given us the expenses. Then they have stated here cash received on account to a contract to 31st December 2015 was 4 lakh 80,000. So the cash which is received for that contract for the year 31st December 2015 is 4 lakh 80,000. So cash received is 4 lakh 80,000. Then they have stated being 80% of work certified. So this cash what you have received 4 lakh 80,000 is 80% of work certified. So the architect here is approved, is certified a work certified. Out of that work certified, 80% is the amount of the cash what you have received, 4 lakh 80,000. The value of materials in hand was rupees 20,000. So the materials in hand, that is 20,000. So the materials which were used in the beginning of the year is 2 lakh 40,000, and the materials which were remaining after the usage in the contract and which is present in the hand is known as is 20,000. Then the plant had undergone 20% depreciation, so depreciation is 20%. So now first let us put all our expenses into the cost sheet, into the contract account. So first, your debit side, you will record all your expenses what you have introduced into the contract. So contract account for the year ending 31st December 2015: two materials 2,40,000, two wages 3,28,000, two plant 40,000, overhead 17,200. Next, after recording all your expenses, we will get into the credit side. Credit side will consider all items which is not introduced into the contract, and which is left over, or which is remaining. So here they have stated the material which is an and, or it is a material which is not used in the contract and which is present at the end of the period. So the materials which is an and is, as stated in the question, is 20,000. So we will record by materials in and 20,000. Then we have plant had undergone 20% depreciation. So what is the value of the plant in the beginning of the year is 40,000. 40,000 into 20% will give you 8,000. So now we will minus the actual value of the plant and the depreciation and write the value of the plant at the end of the year. So initial value, that is the plant value in the beginning of the year, is 40,000, which is recorded in the debit side. So the plant value at the end of the year will be recorded in the credit side after deducting the depreciation. So the actual value of the plant is 40,000. Depreciation of 20% on it is 8,000. So 40,000 minus 8,000 will give you 32,000. So after recording all this, we will show our work in progress. As we discussed under the explanation of work in progress, we have stated work in progress will appear in the credit side. That is, under work in progress, the items are work certified and work uncertified, which will appear in the credit side of your contract account. So by work in progress, work certified. So how we got this work certified is by using this calculation. As we are recording work certified, we need to look into the question whether any information regarding work certified is present in the question. Yes, as you have given us cash receipt, which is 4,80,000, and they've stated 80% of the work certified is your cash received. So we will calculate that. So the cash received as per your question is 4,80,000. 4,80,000, which is 80% of work certified. Then we will assume work certified to be 100%. So when 4,80,000 is 80%, then what is the amount for 100%, which is your work certified, which is representing as 100%. So we will cross multiply 4,80,000 into 100 divided by 80%. That is what is done in this calculation, which is shown as 4,80,000 into 100 divided by 80. Through your cross multiplication, you will be getting 6 lakh. So 6 lakh is your work certified. So now we will be taking here under by work in progress, work certified, according to cross multiplication, 4,80,000 into 100 divided by 80, which will give you 6 lakh. The information regarding work uncertified is not given in the problem, so we will not be considering that in this problem. So now if we add up or total up your debit items and your credit items, we found that there is difference in your debit side. Your total of your credit side will give you 6,52,000. 6,52,000 minus your materials, wages, plants, and overheads. Overheads will give you a notional profit of to 26,800. So now we have got your notional profit. So what is your notional profit is deducting all your expenses, that is your expenses which has been introduced into the contract, from all your credit items, that is the materials, plants, plant work in progress, that is work certified being deducted being deducted by all the expenses, will give you your notional profit. So your contract price, your work in progress, your materials or the assets which is there at the end of the period, minus the expenses of the contract or the cost of the contract, will give you the notional profit. So your notional profit here is 26,800. So now 26,000 is your notional profit. So we will be deciding now what is the 26,800 is your notional profit. So now we'll be deciding what is the percentage of notional profit which will be transferred to your profit and loss and the remaining to your reserves. So to calculate that, we will have working note. The first working note will be The first working note will be to find out the percentage of work completed. So to find out the percentage of work completed, the formula is work certified divided by contract price. So according to the question, work certified, what we have got according to the calculation is 6 lakh. So your work certified is 6 lakh divided by contract price as per the question is 12 lakh. As per the question is 12 lakh is your contract price as per the question, which is shown here. 12 lakh incurred. The following expenditure was incurred on a contract of rupees 12 lakh. So 12 lakh is your contract price. So to find out the percentage of work completed, work certified divided by contract price. So work certified is 6 lakh divided by contract price, which will give you 6 lakh divided by 12 lakh, which will give you 0.50 into 100 to find out the percentage, which is 50 percentage, which will give you 50%. So 50% is your 50% is the percentage of the works completed. So if 50% is the work completed, according to the second step is to find out the profit to be transferred to profit and loss account. From your first step, you have found out that 50% of the work is completed. After finding out the percentage of the work completed, your second step will be to find out the profit to be transferred to your profit and loss account. So based on the percentage of work completed, your formula keeps on changing. As per your percentage, it is 50%. So from more than 50% to 90%, the formula will be notional profit into 2 by 3 into cash received divided by work certified is the formula. So now your notional profit as per the question is 26,800. So if you look into the question, your notional profit is 26,800. So now 26,800 into 2 by 3, 26,800 into 2 by 3 will give you 17,866.66. So into 2 by 3, then you have into cash received divided by work certified. So into cash received is 4,80,000 as per the question, divided by work certified, which is 6 lakh. So now with notional profit into 2 by 3, you will be getting 17,866.66 into cash received divided by work certified, that is 4,80,000 divided by 6 lakh, will give you 14,293.33. So we will be taking 14,293, which is your profit, which is to be transferred to your profit and loss account. So now from your notional profit, which you're bringing which will be brought down, which is 26,800, out of it, as per the calculation what you have done, to be transferred to profit and losses 14,293. So the remaining 26,800 minus the profit which is transferred to profit and loss, which is 14,293, will give you the balance 12,507, which will be transferred to your reserves account. So the next problem what we are going to discuss is your second problem, 4.2. The following expenses were incurred on unfinished contract during the year 2016. Materials, wages and other expenses is given, and they have stated rupees 2 lakh was received by the contractor, being 80% of the work certified. Work done but not certified is 5,000. So they have given cash received, and we should calculate what is the work certified by cross multiplying. Then they have given work done but not certified, which is works uncertified, which is 5,000, is also given in the problem. Determine the profit to be credited to profit and loss account and profit kept reserve in all the three alternatives given below. So they have given three alternatives of contract price. Based on this contract price, we need to determine the profit which will be transferred to your profit and loss account, and the remaining which is to be kept in your reserves. So what are the three alternatives? 3 lakh, 5 lakh 50,000 and 12 lakh, which is your contract price. Based on this, we will be calculating. First, we will prepare a contract account for the year 2016. So the expenses are materials 90,000, wages 60,000, other expenses 30,000, which you will be taking in your debit side. materials 90, wages 60, other expenses 30,000. So the items to be appeared on your credit side will be any assets which is left over, or any depreciation which is charged, or the assets which is in hand and which is at the end or during the end of the period. So we don't have any assets which is there in the end or at the end of the period, but we have work certified can be calculated by cross multiplying with the cash received amount. So we will be calculating your work certified. So cash received in the question is 2 lakh, which is being 80% of the work certified. So cash received is 2 lakh being 80% of the work certified, and 100% we will assume work certified to be 100%. Out of the 100%, 80% is the cash received, which is 2 lakh. So we will be finding what is the 100% value. So 2 lakh is for 80%, then for 100% is we need to find out. So we will cross multiply. So as per the question, so we will be calculating 2 lakh into 100, the cross multiplication 2 lakh into 100 divided by 80%, which will give you 80% will give you 2 lakh 50,000. So 2 lakh 50,000 is your work certified. So 2 lakh 50,000 is your work certified. So we will now do starting with your next calculation, that is we will show your work certified in your contract account. So now work certified in your contract account by work in progress, under that work certified and work uncertified. Work certified according to the cross multiplication 2 lakh into 100 divided by 80 will give you 2 lakh 50,000 as per the calculation. Then work certified, which is mentioned in the question, which is work done but not certified, is 5,000. So work uncertified is 5,000. So these are the items which is there in the question. So according to this, if we total up your debit side and your credit side, your credit items are more and the value for it is 2,55,000. So 2,55,000 minus 90,000 minus 60,000 and minus 30,000 of all your expenses will give you a difference in your debit side, which is nothing but your notional profit, which is 75,000. So 75,000 is your notional profit. So with this notional profit, we will find out what is the profit to be transferred. So for when your notional profit is 75,000, so first step is, after finding out your notional profit, we need to follow the steps as per the questionnaire. That is, first step is to find out the percentage of the work completed. So to find out the percentage of work completed, the formula is work certified divided by contract price. So work certified divided by the contract price will give you the percentage of work completed, which is your first step after finding out your notional profit. So in this question, we have three options, three alternatives of contract price, which is first alternative is 3 lakh of contract price, second alternative is 5 lakh 50,000, and the third one is 12 lakh. So now when your contract price is 3 lakh, what is the percentage of work completed, we will be finding out. So now, so your work certified is as per the calculation what you have done, which is 2,50,000. 2,50,000 divided by 3 lakh of your contract price, which will give you 0.83. So into 100 will give you 83.33 percentage of the work is completed if your contract price is 3 lakh. Now if your contract price is 5,50,000, according to the formula to find out the percentage of work completed, work certified, which is 2,50,000 divided by 5,50,000, which will give you 0.45, to convert into percentage into 100, which will give you 45.45 percentage. Next is when your contract price is 12 lakh, so work certified, which is 2,50,000, which is 2,50,000 divided by 12 lakh of your contract price, which will give you 0.20 833. So convert into percentage into 100 will give you 20.833 percentage. So according to these three alternatives, this is the percentage of the work completed. So when the percentage of work completed, if it is 850 to 890%, then notional profit into 2 divided by 3 into cash received divided by work certified will be the formula. If your notional profit is if it is from 25%, that is from 25% to 50%, 25% more than 25% but less than 50% will give you for the formula is notional profit into 1 by 3 into cash received divided by work certified is the formula. When your percentage of work completed is less than 25%, then no profit will be transferred to your profit and loss. So for this formula is notional profit. So when it is 83%, the formula is notional profit into 2 divided by 3. So the formula will be notional profit into 2 divided by 3 into cash received divided by work certified will be the formula. So when the percentage of work completed is from 20% but less than 50%, then the formula will be notional profit into 1 by 3 into cash. So the formula for when it is 25% to more than 25% to less than 50%, the formula is notional profit into 1 by 3 into cash received divided by work certified. So when your contract price is 12 lakh, the percentage of work completed is 20%. So according to the rule, if the percentage of work completed is less than 25%, then no profit will be transferred to profit and loss account. So no profit will be transferred. So no profit will be transferred. So according to the first alternative, the formula is this, and according to the second alternative, the formula is 1/3. First alternative 2/3, second alternative 1/3. So you need to remember the rule, that is all the three rules when profit will not be transferred, when it will be transferred by 2/3, and when will it be transferred by 1/3. So after we get this, we need to calculate according to the formula based on the contract price. So according to the first contract price, the formula is notional profit. So notional profit, what you have got in the question is, so notional profit, what has been calculated and found out in the question is 75,000. So when it is 75,000, when your contract price is 3 lakh, the formula will be notional profit into 2/3 divided into cash received divided by work certified. So your notional profit is 75,000 into 2 divided by 3, which will give you 50,000. So 50,000 into the cash received in your cash received in the question is 2 lakh. 2 lakh is the cash received. So 50,000 into 2 lakh cash received divided by work certified, which is 2,50,000. So which will give you 40,000. So 40,000 is the profit which will be transferred to your profit and loss account, and the remaining will be transferred to your general reserve. So how much will be transferred to your general reserve is, so 40,000 which will be transferred to your profit and loss account, transferred to profit and loss account. So the remaining which will be transferred to your general reserves will be calculated as, so 40,000. So your total notional profit is 75,000. Out of 75,000, 40,000 will be transferred to your profit and loss account. So 75,000 minus 40,000 will give you 35. 75,000 minus 40,000, which will give you your 35,000. So 35,000 will be transferred to your general reserve. So as per the calculation here, the same thing is being done. So notional profit into 2/3 into 2/3 into 80%, which will give you 75,000 into 2 by 3 into 80%, which you have got 40,000. So profit in reserve 75,000 minus 40,000, which will give you 35,000. So the same procedure will be done for your second alternative. In your second alternative, when the contract price is 5,50,000, work certified or the percentage of the work completed will is 45.55 percentage. So 45.55 percentage. When it is 45.55 percentage, the rule as it is less than 50% profit to be credited to profit and loss account is notional profit into 1 by 3 into 80%. So 80% is the percentage of cash received. If the percentage of cash received is mentioned in the question, then you can directly take 80%. Suppose they have not given cash received is 80% of work certified, then you need to calculate with the formula cash received divided by work certified. So as it is given in the problem as 80%, notional profit, which is 75,000, into 1 by 3 as per the rule. If it is less than 50%, then 1 by 3 will be transferred into cash ratio, that is cash received divided by work certified, which will give you 80%. So your profit which will be transferred to your profit and loss account, you will be getting 20,000. So if 20,000 is transferred to your profit and loss, the remaining will be transferred to your reserves. So your total profit, which is 75,000, minus 20,000, which will be transferred to your profit and loss account. So the remaining, which is 55,000, will be transferred to your general reserves, which will be used for your further work which will be carried out in the contract. Then your third alternative, when your contract price is 12 lakh, percentage of work completed is, by using the formula work certified divided by contract price into 100, you have got 20.83%. As it is less than 25% of the contract price, no profit is credited to profit and loss account, and the entire amount of notional profit is to be kept in the reserve. So this is how you will calculate. So this is how the rules of the contract account, based on the percentage of work completed, the formula or the profit to be transferred to profit and loss account will be decided. So the next problem what we will be discussing is problem 4.3. How much of profit, if any, you would consider in the following case? Contract price 20 lakh, cost incurred is 11 lakh 20,000, cash received is 10 lakh 80,000, work not certified is 1 lakh 20,000. Deduction from the bills by way of security deposit is 10%. So here they have given contract price, the expenses, then the cash received, and work not certified. So we will be finding out what is the work certified amount. They have given us cash received, and they have stated deduction from the bill by way of security deposit is 10%. So solution, cash received is 100%. Out of 100%, 10% is deducted as security deposit, which will give you 90%. 90% of the bills of work certified, thus work certified is 10 lakh 80,000 is the cash received, which is for 90% of 90% is your cash receipt percentage. As you mentioned, cash received is what, 10 lakh 80,000, and they have deducted 10% from the bill. So 100% will be your work certified. Your cash received, as the deduction is made, 100% of work certified minus deduction 10%, 90% is the cash received. When 90% is 10 lakh 80,000, then for 100% of work certified, how much is it? By cross multiplication, 10 lakh 80,000 into 100 divided by 90 will give you 12 lakh. So 12 lakh is your work certified. So now you can prepare your account and calculate the notional profit, or you can either calculate in this way: notional profit is equal to work certified plus work are not certified or uncertified minus cost incurred. You can put this in your debit side and credit side and also calculate. You will get your notional profit. So now your work certified and work uncertified you will add, and from that you will minus your expenses. Then that difference, which if it appears in your debit side, then it is your notional profit. If your work certified and uncertified is less than your expenses, then you will be getting loss. Now your work certified and work not uncertified, both 12 lakh plus 1 lakh 20,000, which is work not certified, will give you 13 lakh 20,000. 13 lakh 20,000 minus the cost incurred. The cost incurred is 11 lakh 20,000, which is less than your total of work in progress. So 13 lakh 20,000 minus 11 lakh 20,000 will give you 2 lakh. So 2 lakh is your notional profit. So now we will calculate the percentage of work completed. To find out the percentage of work completed, the formula is work certified divided by contract price. So work certified in the question what you have got is 12 lakh. So 12 lakh divided by contract price, which is 20,000 as per the question. So 12 lakh divided by 20,000 into 100 will give you 60% of the contract price. So when it is 60% of the contract price, so it is more than 50% to up to 90%, the formula is notional profit into 2 by 3 into cash ratio. So cash ratio formula is nothing but cash received divided by work certified. Cash receipt percentage is known, which is 90%. That is your cash ratio. So notional profit as per the calculation you have got 2 lakh. 2 lakh into 2 by 3 into cash ratio, which is 90%, will give you rupees 1 lakh 20,000. So 1 lakh 20,000 will be transferred to your profit and loss. So how much is your total notional profit? 2 lakh. So out of 2 lakh, 1 lakh 20,000 will be transferred to your profit and loss account, and the remaining 80% will be transferred to your reserves account. As per the question, they have asked how much profit is transferred. So we are showing only the profit, how much is it been transferred, which is 1 lakh 20,000. So the remaining general reserves is 80,000, which is transferred to your general reserves account. Thank you everyone. The next problem will be discussed in your coming videos.